Please stand as Jean Bedell leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join all together in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What group is this? Do you know? This is a fantastic picture. Okay. It looked like the guy holding the flag has a Rotary badge on. Is possible? Okay. And while we're standing, would you all please join me in reciting the four-way test? Of all the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill? All of you who do not have guests or who are not visiting Rotarians may take a seat. And we'll start here and work.
We're very glad today to welcome two of our First Ladies, Barbara Ernest and her daughter Hillary Ernest Johnson. Their father and husband, Lane Ernest, was one of our past presidents. And Mary Limeropoulos, husband John Limeropoulos, was one of our presidents as well. So we have two First Ladies and a first daughter with us today.
What? Oh my gosh. I started to walk away from you. How could I do that?
Thank you very much. This is Martha Olson, and Martha is here today as my guest. She was a student of our speaker 40 years ago at the University of Illinois, and she's here today to see if he's gotten any better as a lecturer.
Very good. Over here.
I'm very lucky today to have Josh Jackson here, whom I met last week at his open house. He's a broker with Coldwell Banker, and we got to talking about life and everything, and I think he would be a good Rotarian candidate.
Thanks. Thanks, Josh. Well, I have a question. I thought you and I were best friends because I've known you for 60 seconds.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, and Nancy said you're connected with her.
T.C. North is my guest, Dr. T.C. North. He is a former member of the club, but then he got involved a couple of years ago as on the national board of the National Speakers Association, the NSA, and he has now come back to consider rejoining our club. He is my personal coach as it relates to business. He's got an Amazon bestseller on Fearless Leaders, and he helps business leaders get over some of the stumbling blocks that they might have in their life and really move their businesses forward. He's had two of his clients get into the Inc. 5000 and all kinds of other success. So, Dr. T.C. North.
My guest is Michael Walton. He's with the National Worth Advisor, a friend of mine for many, many years. And I'm trying to get him to get into Rotary.
Yeah.
Let me jog over here. There you go.
My guest is one of my 6 children today, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Bobby Urban. I just finished my sophomore year at Boulder High, and next year I'm going to Granada, Spain, with the Rotary Youth Exchange Program. And I just wanted to say thank you to Boulder Rotary for sponsoring me, and I'm very excited to go.
Good luck to you. I'll come around here.
Help me welcome back to Rotary Ron Wells. He's a former member who's going to get a red badge next week. I'm glad to have him back.
Yeah.
Are you separate from these two, or are you with? Okay, you're last.
I'm last.
Okay.
My guest is Melinda Moore. She's a longtime friend and neighbor. She is the Boulder County Public Health WIC Director, or Manager. That's Women, Infant, and Children. And she was the 1980 Rotary Scholarship winner in Estes Park.
And you said you wanted to take up a lot of time, is that right? Okay, there you go.
Well, I'll be done by 1:15, Mike. So, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. If I could have all the students and their guests stand up. Today's a special day at Rotary. The Resident Scholarship Committee, which awards scholarships to graduating high school seniors who are going on to four-year degree colleges in Colorado. We have some of our award winners here today. And so we'd like to introduce each one of them. We're just going to have them give you their name, introduce their guest, tell us which Boulder Valley school they graduated from and where they're going to college. And so we'll start right here with Morgan.
So my name is Morgan Martin. I just graduated from Monarch High School. I'm going to the University of Denver next year. And this is my mom, Jody Martin.
Hi, my name is Julia Olson. This is my mom, Eileen Olson. I graduated from Boulder Preparatory High School, and I will be attending CU Boulder in the fall.
Hi, my name is Itzali. This is my mom. I graduated from Boulder High School, and I'll be going to CU Boulder.
Hi, my name is Leslie Juarez. I graduated from Fairview, and this is my mom, Letty, and I'm going to CU Boulder.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Herrera. This is my mom, Yolanda Ramirez. I graduated from Boulder High, and I will be attending CU Denver in the fall.
Hi, my name is Marissa Ramirez. This is my mom, Ana Chaides, and I graduated from Boulder High School, and I'll be going to CU Boulder next fall.
Thank you all for coming today. We had two young gentlemen who also got scholarships, and they were both with college commitments like orientations today, so they couldn't join us. All of your support for scholarships goes to help these young folks get to college and succeed in life. So thank you for supporting scholarships, and thank you all for coming today.
I personally think this is one of the great outreaches that our Rotary Club has, is to award and encourage so many people to go on with their education. Thanks, Brad, and thanks to all of you. Are there any visiting Rotarians that I have missed, or any guests? I think I'm done, Mike.
Okay, thank you, and thank you, Gene. Well spoken. We have a big commitment at this club to our youth, and so we're so glad that you guys are here as our special guests. So thankful that the first ladies and the families of some of our members we're going to talk about today are here as well. So thank you. And John, really looking forward to your presentation today. So thanks for taking the time. For everyone here, if the best place to be on a Friday afternoon is absolutely right here. Have some fun, leave smarter than you showed up, and all while making a big commitment to the community. You've come to the right place. So there we go. Now, I would like to start off the meeting by acknowledging a couple of positive things that have happened. We have 65 clubs in this district, and I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that we won some awards. The first one was Rotarians for Mental Health, okay, for some of our mental health programs. You're going to hear more about that when they present that award to us on June 14th, so be sure to come then. At the same time, we received the Bemis Best Club Communication. That's our website, our website, our newsletter on a weekly basis, all the ways that we communicate on a weekly and a continual throughout the year. The next one, out of 65 clubs, would you mind bringing up our website? And I'd love, while we're bringing this up, for the following people to come on up here. Chad, Cassidy, and Fred. Why don't you guys come up here? Come on up, come on down. This is like The Price is Right. You gotta jump up and come down here, okay? Don't you know how this works? Great. everybody, when you leave this meeting, has to go to boulderrotary.org because we just won the Gary Fletcher Award for the best website in the district, okay? And it's because of the hard work. It's because of the hard work of these three people, plus Bill Meyer, who is out of the country right now. We transitioned to WordPress this past year. We have video content, a promotional video, parallax scrolling, which sounds impressive. I don't know what it is. Ken's Burns effect. We track our website engagement. We have a robust information provided by HubSpot that we can see real time what parts of the website are effective, and we can track people so that can not only be a good PR for the club, but we can also convert those people who are interested into valuable members. So just a big round of applause for these three people and Bill Meyer. It felt a little weird to shake Cassidy's hand. That's my wife, for those that don't know. And then kissing her, it seemed weird too. Okay, so now let's move on. Speaking of the website, does anybody know anything about e-commerce? We're looking for someone to add to this team who understands like credit card and ACH and like online payment and all that stuff. You don't have to tell me now, but come see me after the meeting. So we're looking for someone who knows about e-commerce. Next Thursday, June 6th, Kathy Olivier is the chair for our tree planting initiative. It was very successful a month ago. We're going to have we have another opportunity for you to plant some trees. The holes are already dug, so you get to like put the thing in and then put some dirt on it. It's really not that strenuous, and you get to be in all the photos. So see Kathy Olivier. Where's Kathy Olivier? See, she's got the, stand up. Go see her afterwards if you want to be a part of that photo. Doug Yeiser. There he is, stand up. Doug Yeiser, it's his last day in the club. It's his last day as CEO of the Foothills United Way, CEO, and congratulations on your retirement. So. Filling in, and Doug has been very active in this club. He was president of the Roots Satellite. He's currently on the board. As of tomorrow, he will not be on the board because he's moving on. And taking his spot is Andy Meyer. Andy Meyer, where are you? Stand up. Stand up. What's this? There you go. Andy Meyer. Great. So the last thing before I hand it over to Danny to talk about the Boulder Beer Trail is June 5th, which is this Wednesday, 7:15 in the morning. You got to eat breakfast anyway. Why don't you come to the Red Badge meeting over at the Buff? It's going to be Charlotte's last meeting as co-chair of the Red Badge meeting. So let's give her a big, big turnout for her Red Badge this Wednesday. And I think that is it. Come on up, Danny. You're on stage.
Okay, who's got one of these? What's wrong with the rest of you? Don't you know what this gets you? You just stroll into one of the craft brewers in town and you get 2-for-1 beers. Anyway, we're going to have another happy hour. We tried a happy hour at Avery Brewing last month, and the weather didn't cooperate, which maybe today is the first day it's cooperating. Anyway, on June 19th, that's a Wednesday, we're going to have, along with our normal monthly Rotary happy hour, we're going to have it at Boulder Beer Company, which is over in Wilderness. They're the original craft brewing company from Boulder. Boulder Beer Company, 4:30 to whenever. You can come, join the club, and just have fun at the happy hour. June 19th. See you then.
I'm here to talk about Rotation Day, and we're going to have a slide momentarily. But first of all, I want to thank all those people who have already signed up. Between roughly 90, we have room for more. This is one of the really neat opportunities to be an ambassador to one of these organizations and also to be in a small group of Rotarians to have a good conversation while you're there and to learn something about these organizations. So I would tell you 4, 5, 6, and 7 are where we have openings, and I would draw your attention to those. And number 4, Mindful Works, may be a special one. As you know, this club and Boulder Valley Club have been very involved in the whole mental health question and the challenges, and you will learn a lot about this organization who do training and whole help in the transition from a very difficult situation to a more regular situation. I think EFA, Emergency Family Assistance Association, you should be familiar with that. If you haven't, that's a great place. And the jail, you should go for a visit, not to stay. I recommend that one. And Reality Garage, you'll learn a lot about some of the latest technology that will be used in training. And for those who haven't signed up, Andy will be at a table at the side. And on your table is this diagram, and you take a picture of that with your phone or put the photo on it. This is a QR code. It'll take you right to the website. You can register while you're sitting where you are, but not while our speaker is speaking. Okay. Rotation Day, wonderful opportunity. By the way, you've paid for lunch. You might as well go and eat it. So let's go to the next slide. I want to speak to, you heard Michael Weatherwax talk about Paul Harris Fellow and what it takes to get to $1,000 or to the next Paul Harris +1, so on. This illustrates, I hope simply, where if you're at 350, it's going to take you 650 to get there. Michael will put up half with points, and you have to put up half. And I have the forms for that. You can go online and do it, but I have the forms that make it really easy. This is a wonderful opportunity to express some strength in Rotary and give to a major organization who does great things. Polio contributions count, annual fund contributions count. Make it yours today. Thank you.
Okay, one thing I forgot to say about the website is they were a little unclear about whether we got a plaque, but we actually get $500 too. So that's the best part of winning that whole website award. Okay, so let's look at the raffle. Get your raffle ticket out, because I've got the numbers right here. Okay, I've got the numbers right here. Ready? 225. Okay, and when you win, you got to jump up and say, I won or something, all right? None of this, that's lame. Okay, 225 1983. 1983. That was, who's yelling? Come on. Yay! Come on up with this. And then here's Marty with a special presentation for us today.
During this Rotary year, our club lost these 8 Boulder Rotarians. Their combined years of membership total 264 from when they joined in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The stories of each of these members could easily provide the content for one of our Boulder Rotary programs. Their respective professional careers include education, law, the news media, retail business, building construction, and engineering. The names of 4 continue through their businesses: Parish Construction, Dietz and Davis, PC, Kaplan and Ernest, and Ray Hauser Enterprise. We remember them briefly for the following. Ralph Aker, whose favorite greeting was "Howdy," was always behind signing us up to attend the Denver Western Stock Show, as well as an evening at the Boulder Dinner Theater. Our February evenings at the Boulder Dinner stage continue Ralph's tradition. Bob Lazinski could be found with the Wednesday team involved in Habitat for Humanity builds, as well as stuffing crayons for calculator backpacks. This former president of Oregon's Willamette University served many years on the National Center for Higher Education Management Systems, their board of directors. R.C. Parrish was recognizable under that Stetson hat and for his significant building projects throughout Boulder, from residential to schools, fire stations, churches, and more. His motto, do quality work and treat customers fairly, and you will gain all the business you need. Gingy Patterson became the 4th female member to join our club when she ran the printed page bookstore on Pearl, served on the Boulder Valley School Board for 14 years, co-founded what became Impact on Education, and was the lead planner for our club's 75th birthday party. P. John Limeropoulos, or Tyke, presided over this club as a president in 2003 and 4, during which time he shared stories about serving as Athens liaison for the U.S. Olympic Committee. His 40-year career at CU involved his serving as Associate Dean of the Leeds School of Business. Peter Dietze, or Herr Dietze, escaped communist East Germany in the early 1950s for a new life in America, where he used his freedom wisely by serving as a University of Colorado regent from 1978 to 96, with 2 one-year terms as its chair. He received the CU Alumni Association's highest honor with its prestigious Norland Award and Colorado's Law William Lee Nouse Award. Lane Ernest, affectionately known as Ernie the Attorney, led this club in 1993-94 during Boulder Rotary's 75th year and was remembered as the voice, or Mr. MC, for the 4th of July celebrations at Folsom Stadium for 30 years. He loved helping people, including those he served as a cruise ship chaplain. Ray Hauser enjoyed spending time with the music committee and creating lyrics to match the specific program and its speaker, usually to their amusement. As a prolific inventor, he developed 31 patents and founded Hauser Laboratories, Hauser Chemical Research, and Status Pharma. Many in the club may not have known these members whose status was both honorary and former. Their impact on Boulder Rotary and the Boulder community will long be remembered, as they truly lived service above self. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty, for that lovely remembrance. Fred, come on up and introduce our speaker. All right. Thank you so much. What an honor someone with your experience and knowledge was able to come here and make us a little bit smarter. So appreciate it. Get your perspective on things. So we have some new members to welcome. So Cinda and Linda and Stephanie and Sue, why don't you come on in?
Cinda and Linda, that has a nice sound to it. So it's my pleasure today to introduce Linda Davidson as our new Red Badge member. Growing up in New England, Linda lived a typical life of an IBM offspring. Like it or not, it's time to move again, a phrase she heard every 3 years. A new town, new house, new friends, but it's taught her resilience. Just prior to graduation from high school, her parents announced that once again it was time to move. Only this time it wasn't with IBM, and it involved going to an undeveloped island in the Caribbean with no phones, no TV, and Linda had no interest. So this was her first step towards independence and resourcefulness. With $15 in her pocket, she followed a friend to Boulder with absolutely no concept of the idea of failure. With a pocket full of change and a cache of optimism, she arrived in Boulder in 1974, prepared for success and a little fun. She landed a full scholarship at CU and became firmly implanted in the Boulder culture. She graduated from CU with a BA in psychology and elementary education in 1978 and began teaching at Bigsby School. but shortly realized that teaching wasn't for her and moved into real estate. She says it's no coincidence that her background in psychology and education led her to a career in real estate, which focuses on teaching patience, listening, and relationships. She's been in this field for 40 years, currently a real estate broker at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, specializing in residential sales and investment properties along the Front Range. She married in 1986, had 2 children, 4 stepchildren, and 6 grandchildren. Growing up, they were all active in school sports: football, basketball, baseball, and lacrosse. Her son, Mike, unfortunately died in 2010, which is what brought us together through a group of parents who have lost a child. And since then, we've had good times together as she's shared her condo in Vail for retreats for all us moms. Linda's biggest passion is to travel. She's been to every state in the US and on every continent except Antarctica. Her favorite country is Greece. She would love to connect with other Rotaries around the world with opportunities for doing service in other countries. And as I've mentioned before when she's been my guest, her mother is a lifelong Rotarian. And in talking with her this morning, she asked, what she thought about this. And her mom's comment was that Linda's contribution will be her genergy, which is a combination of her gender and her generosity and her energy. So welcome to Rotary.
Okay, come on up, Sue.
So I have in my hand the history of Stephanie Rudy, and I'm delighted to have her join Rotary. She is a person with so many ideas, you can't keep track of all of them. She was born in Hagerstown, Maryland, she says, to a gypsy family. Her father worked for A&P. AP comes out of my mouth automatically somehow. A&P, and they moved a lot. They ended up in Richmond, Virginia, where she went to high school and college at West Hampton College. She has worked as a social worker and has worked in personnel and human resources. She was the director of human resources for the city of Houston. She met Prince Charming while she was there, whose name is Alan Rudy, and they moved to Boulder in 1997, and since then she has done tremendous amounts of good in the community. She volunteered with True Community Care, the Colorado Music Festival, Open Studios, the Conference on World Affairs, the Jaipur Literature Festival, the CU Opera Program, where she has appeared in 4 operas as a bucket list item.
Mute, please tell them.
Mute, she says. The Conversation Project, the Dairy Arts Center, I was on the board with her there. That's where we got very well acquainted. The Bodecker Theater. She's an advocate with the Boulder Police Department. And her husband, Alan, is equally as involved in the community. They have 15 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren, which impresses me because I can't even keep track of 2 grandchildren. So I am delighted to have Stephanie as a member of Rotary and get her red badge today.
George, any birthdays? No birthdays. We got an announcement video?
Hello, Rotarians and guests, and thank you for being here today.
June is Rotary Fellowships Month and is also the time for the Rotary International Convention, where incoming presidents and Rotarians from throughout the world learn the skills that help guide their clubs through the coming year. Here's President-elect John in Hamburg.
Ted Manning Memorial Match is back for the 11th year in a row. Michael Weatherwax is continuing the Paul Harris Fellowship Matching Donation Program that Ted and Michael started. This offer for you to assist humanity is good from May 17th to June 15th.
And congratulations to Teresa Cezurek. She won the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Business and Professional Women of Colorado. This organization has and continues to be a leader for women's rights at the local, state, national, and international level. Congratulations, Teresa.
The next meeting of the Boulder Rotary Book Club is scheduled for Monday, July 8th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at Lennox Hockey's house. The book is called It's Better Than It Looks by Greg Easterbrook.
Hey, and next week is Rotation Day. I hope you signed up for one of the awesome rotation sites that will be the best place to be on a Friday afternoon, wherever you're at.
June 14th, Sarah Bergamy from Phoenix Rise will be talking about alphabet soup, understanding sexual orientation and gender diversity. Well, we've had the unofficial start of summer, which is Memorial Day.
It's been like Scotland.
Oh, say it with me now.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Daryl and Sally. Good video. Okay, I'd like to thank some of the people who helped bring today's meeting together. Carol Griever was our past president greeter. Red Badge greeter was Margie Sullivan. Member and guest registration was Roger and Gloria, and there was somebody else who was very who? Jean Lindeke, thank you. I couldn't forget Jean Lindeke. Raffle was NCW, and of course, meeting management. Thank you for everything that you do to make this meeting come together. So I'm kind of sad. I only have 3 more meetings that I get to be the host up here. The 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. And I'm just letting you know that we're going to have some singing and all the things that I like to do at meetings. So come to these meetings in June. So that being said, have a wonderful weekend. Meeting adjourned.